So, during the last session of our Fire Emblem Fate shenanigans, we spent, I believe it was an hour 40 minutes total in one chapter, and at least a third of that time was trying to write a custom script that would get Azura to just spam sing over and over and over again until she leveled up to level 40. Well, I figured it out. I've been leaving it running through most of today while I worked on university stuff, and before I save in this slot after having beaten chapter 7 again, I just wanted to show the difference in, you know, my hours compared to before. Oh, and this is showing my script there because I was recording a video earlier that was covering this for like an update and such. So here's like my functional script that I put together, which now works. I've managed to figure out how to direct things to Citra here and such just fine. Here's our file from like before beating chapter 7, 3.5 hours. Here's the file from leaving my script running like all day. We're at about 9.5 hours. So, yeah. So, hold on, let me turn off the... Also, we do have game sound, it's just, like, quiet and stuff. Hold on, we gotta do this again. This is, like, the third time we've done this. I apologize. No, I can't put it on that corner. Dang it. Oh, man. Well, yeah, we do the thing. Release the script. Yeah, I will, like, make it publicly accessible and such. Yeah, I'll do that. I recorded a video earlier today. That's what this is for, of having it visible here and such, so I can show it like while I'm talking about it and such. I do plan on, you know, putting it out there. It's not a perfect script to say the least. Like, I can demonstrate it really quickly. If I go ahead and save state into like slot 2 here, this state should now be saved. So if I load state from slot 2, it should be, yep, there. So if I go ahead and load state from a slot where I was actually doing this, so this was like the EXP point before level 40. If I just do it manually, because it doesn't work on level up and such. Oh no, you didn't come off as aggressive at all. Don't worry about that. This is what her final stats kind of look like. So skill and speed are maxed out, at least. The other ones, not so much. But essentially, if I run my script here and then I hit the hotkey to get it going like this, I fine-tuned the timing to, you know, be good for, you know, showing the EXP bar, doing all the different inputs and stuff like that. There's maybe a little bit of extra time on the, you know, results kind of thing. You can see there's also extra time now because, you know, she's already maxed out. So, you know, it's waiting a few extra quite a decent amount of extra milliseconds to make sure that like the whole level up thing goes through and such, which now doesn't exist, so that's not the case. There's two big flaws with it. The first big flaw is that it only seems to work when you're actually clicked onto Citra. So I do have it set up so that it is mainly supposed to be directing its inputs towards Citra in a way that works, but it only works if you're like clicked onto Citra there. So you can't be doing like anything else on the computer that you're doing it on while this is running. This has to be like running on some machine where it's like just running that. So earlier today I did, I basically let this run on my computer, this and then the script that I put together here, while I did university work on my laptop over here. So I was multitasking like that earlier today. I got my university work done that I needed to. That's the first big issue. The second big issue is on the level up screen, the inputs that you have to do are actually different because, you know, there's the whole level up to wait through, so the timing is going to be different. And then you need one extra A press to actually get past the text of Azura being like, oh, I leveled up and such. So unfortunately with this system, it was one where I needed to like manually reset it every time she got a level up. Unfortunately, it's not the kind of thing that I could just leave running and it would automatically get her to level 40, because my script is set up precisely for this situation of, you know, the amount of inputs that are needed to do this over and over again. It doesn't factor into the hypothetical of if she gets a level up, do this, because the script doesn't know like what's going on in the game. It's just a set of inputs that's running over and over again. It can't say do this then. I mean, I guess it could say like every 100 do this other set of inputs, because, you know, gaining 1 EXP per sing for a lot of that. I guess it's not impossible like that, but in the current system that I had, it wasn't really a feasible thing for me to be doing, and this is what I threw together. If I, hold on, I'm gonna turn off the script for a hot second. I'll just end this turn like that. if I go on to display capture and then I run the script here again and then I hit the magic button to get it going, I can scroll here as long as I don't click on it while it's going. So yeah, my little magic hotkey is the freaking dividing key on the numpad and such, and it's directing it to Citra actually successfully here. And then it's basically just like hit A, hit up, freaking hit A, hit left, hit A, hit A, freaking 4 times for like actually getting Azura to sing and such. Smash start a couple times, see if it skips any freaking, you know, gaining XP and stuff like that. It probably didn't matter that much towards the end anyway. Hit A, hit up, hit A again, and then this is like the end where it transitions from enemy phase to player phase, and it like presses start a couple more times to like see if it skips anything. I don't know if it makes much difference. And this is essentially just like a loop. So it says loop here, and then, you know, there's all the stuff in brackets. So this thing essentially just runs like forever, essentially, until I actually like click down here and hit exit script to stop it from running and such. So, you know, it's probably possible to design it in such a way that there is an actual stop button, like break the loop when this button is hit, but I'm not super familiar with auto hotkey stuff. I'm very much a kind of beginner with that. I'm a freaking computing science major out here, and I suck at computing science. So there's that. But I did manage to get it working. So that means that our current Azura that we now have in this file is level 40. Unfortunately, a couple of the level ups towards the end had like no growth at all, so that sucked. But we now have all her skills and such, so if these are skills that we want to pass down to child units, that'll save me the effort of having to level her up to get her there and such. So that's, you know, great and whatnot. Isn't that just fantastic? Before we start the next chapter, I'm probably gonna want another one of these, and I need to, dang it, I'm gonna need the rod shop, not the armory and such. Also, everything is all over the place again. Hey, at least you can code a script. You know what really sucks? Is after I spent like 40 minutes trying to get it working on stream here during that chapter, I figured it out in like under half an hour. After like bashing my head against it off camera, I figured it out in like 20 minutes, at least how to get it start working. I spent like another half an hour from there, like fine tuning like the timings, like the amount of milliseconds between each thing, so that it would like do it fast, but not so fast that the game doesn't register it. So that's how I was able to do it like super fast there. So I initially got it working where it took a break between every input of 10 seconds, and then I like fine tuned it down bit by bit and bit by bit and such. Yeah, I was getting it just right essentially. So that's been running for super long if you compare, you know, that file 3.5 hours to the 6 more that, so it was running for 6 hours today essentially, is how long it took Chibas. So it took 6 hours of freaking spam singing with Azura to get her from level whatever she was at to level 40. So, you know, it's not exactly a short process, but it could be so much worse. And the fact that I could work on something else while my script did it for me was, you know, great. I'm glad that I managed to figure it out. And did someone drop this? Yada yada. I got a great. I got a freaking buggy spear, whatever the hell. A freaking tome. Oh yeah, the freaking awakening man. Oh, look how clean the icons look with this texture filter that we have on. My oh my. But yeah, hey, at least you can code a script. You forgot how to do that after high school. I mean, I didn't really know much about auto hotkey. I basically had to, like, I've used it before. I'm saying soybeans take skill. If only I could work it into my training regimen. I have worked with auto hotkey before for the sake of this channel, but it's been a long time, so I had to look into a lot of auto hotkey stuff. Like, the programs that I'm most familiar with are Java and Python are my two things that I'm most used to. Freaking auto hotkey is something very new to me. At least it seems like most of the time it is a very basic programming language that is just meant for like programming hotkeys and such. So it didn't take too much doing, luckily. But, you know, there's that. We have to redo this stuff now because, you know, technically new save file that we got to this point of loading stuff from earlier. Been over almost a year since you graduated. I haven't done anything with your life. That's how I feel about freaking things sometimes, at least from high school and such. Like, I know that my progress in university has been really slow. I've probably told these stories before, but my first year of university was at one university, and then I transferred to another university that's more well-known within Canada and also half the distance from my house. So freaking transportation to get there and get back home again was like half an hour instead of about an hour of my first university. But some of my classes didn't transfer, and I had to like retake the entry-level computing science stuff in my second year of university. And then I was like slowly like getting back into the swing of things. And then this semester, like just before COVID hit, I wound up really struggling in one class in particular. And then my university was just like, yep, you're not doing well enough. You're kicked out of science with specialization. So I had to spend an open study semester at another post-secondary institute while I waited for my actual like main university to accept me back into general sciences. So this next school year, I'm going to be going into my 5th year of university and probably starting my 3rd year of computing science. So I'm a computing science major, but freaking a failure of 1. So there's that. What might this be? I suppose I better take a look. That's totally what Azura said. We just got a freaking radish. Can I have that? Hold on. Whoa, wait here. Not the best weapon, but delicious when pickled. How do I get the info? I guess it just shows it on the bottom anyway. I'm used to hitting X and seeing like info on something anyway. We saw all these support conversations before. Oh, did I do something different in my initial playthrough of that last chapter? I don't have the C support available with Kaze this time. Well, I guess maybe I did more things in like chapter 6 or something. I don't know, but that's one that like we lost, I guess, but we'll get back soon enough. What else? What is this? Did someone lose it? I got a parasol. We're getting all the freaking... Isn't that one like 1 to 2 range though? Oh my goodness, it is. Cannot make follow-up attacks, but makes enemy follow-up attacks easier. Well, also we can put this stuff away. I put it in my inventory so that we'd be able to take it with like any route and stuff. I'm taking this parasol. I'm doing it. And maybe I'll take this just because... Oh, I already have the concoction. It doesn't even matter all that much then. Yeah, the freaking parasol. Let's go ahead and do that. I don't think we can do anything in the private quarters yet. Oh, we can this time. Strange. So maybe this will get us to see support with Kaze. So one of the most interesting, if you want to call it that, parts of Fire Emblem Fates is... I wish I was talented at the piano. I have my freaking thingamabob there that I practice from time to time. But, like, I'm not very good at it, I wouldn't say. As Kaze's saying there. Within the Japanese version of Fire Emblem Fates...
As King Garen's prisoner, I was prepared to die for my cause. But thanks to you, I'm still alive. Thank you, my friend.
So in the Japanese version, they had a very interesting thing that, if anybody knows the freaking system of Pokemon Ami from the 3DS Pokemon games, where it's like you could use your stylus and like pet your Pokemon and stuff like that, interact with them and feed them, not poffins, but like maybe they were, I don't know, something on the bottom of the screen and interact with your Pokemon like that. Well, Fire Emblem Fates did that, except for like your companions here. So they come in and you literally take out the stylus and you pet their face, essentially. And they thought that that would be like way too weird everywhere else. So in like every other version of the game, it's just they come in and they say dialogue to you and then they go. That's essentially what it is. So that's one of the biggest region differences of Fire Emblem Fates. There's a lot of region differences between Fire Emblem Fates and the Japanese Fire Emblem, if it's called, to the point that some people even classify them as different games. But you know, it's certainly some. And then we did unlock that conversation. Nice. That was one that we saw before. Cool. So we're caught up on that and such. And I mean, I could transfer save files between versions as much as I want. So at some point in this playthrough, we could always showcase what the Japanese version is like that. If we really want to. We won't do Street Pass or anything like that for now. Maybe when I'm on like my actual 3DS and such. We could just take all the bonuses and stuff. What is Dragon Herbs again? Increase all stats by 1. I remember. I'm probably never going to use it, knowing me. Knowing me with things. But yeah, let's put them into the convoy is what we'll do. Oh yeah, something that I meant to look up before this session that I completely forgot to do was, like, capturable bosses and such. Because I know that one of the mechanics in this game is you are able to, with some units, one in each route, capture enemy units. I know that there's like a handful of uniquely named capturable bosses. So if you want like a true kind of 100% of these games, like I might just do, I might try to keep an eye out for like capturable bosses. We won't be able to do that until we get the unit who can capture anyway, so we don't have to worry about it for now. But it's something that I should keep in mind and such, is what I should do. Can I change the castle name? hold on. There's visit castles. Nah, we'll showcase visiting castles on my actual physical 3DS when it's not like out of town and stuff like that. Luckily, Birthright has a better capture unit. Yeah, I wouldn't really know myself because, you know, I never captured in, like, any previous playthroughs and such, and Cernal redeemed absolutely nothing. Enjoyed that absolutely nothing. Hello! How are things going today? Have you ever played any Fire Emblem Fates before, Cernal? Have you played any Fire Emblem before? Is this something I've asked before? I don't even know. I've been pretty alrighty. I, spent today, doing like a mix of university stuff on one computer while I let a freaking script that I was writing for this game, which is here, run in the background to max out one of my units. It's just a set of inputs. It's just freaking hotkeys and stuff. It just took forever to actually figure out how to get this directed towards the game. But I'm glad that I got it working and managed to use that to freaking run in the background and get our unit Azura here up to the max level that she can currently hit, for now at least. So there was that. So I'm pretty hyped about, you know, getting that figured out after bashing my head on it for, you know, a couple hours all in all, trying to figure out how to get it working. Like, I could get it to do the hotkeys just fine. The tricky part was getting it to do the hotkeys in the game and not like on my desktop, you know? My goodness, you have not, this is a series you haven't dabbled in much. I definitely quite enjoy Fire Emblem myself. My first game, I know that somebody recommended me Fire Emblem Awakening, the first 3DS game, when I was in junior high school, I think late junior high. And I was like, okay, maybe I'll try out a different game first and see if I like it. And I picked up Fire Emblem 7. Like, I played it on my phone on Emulator, essentially. And that was my first Fire Emblem game. It was the first international one, so it was just called Fire Emblem Worldwide. And I thought it was great, and then I played all the 3DS games, and I thought they were great, and then I played Three Houses, and it's great, but it's also got a lot of issues and stuff. I mean, every single Fire Emblem game I've played has been, like, great in some respects, but freaking countless issues in other respects. I don't think I've yet to play a Fire Emblem game where I've just been like, yes, the entire experience is great. Every single experience has been, like, great in its own way, but with its own flaws along the way, but that's a sort of way that makes them charming, another way that I don't even know. Well, oh great, we got a freaking thingamabob and stuff. My oh my. But yeah, I definitely quite enjoyed the series, mostly. Should we customize the castle here a bit? You had to build with her with Tomefair and Galefor, so that should say something. Oh, with the capturing unit? Yeah, that certainly sounds like something, to say the least. We don't have any more Dragon Vein points. We can make the freaking statue thingamabob for now. Yeah, sure. Maybe we should go do one of the DLC maps so that we can, you know, get another Dragon Vein point, and then we can build the Rod Shop, and then we can get more heal staves, and then we can go into the next story battle with, you know, actual heal staves. Might be a good idea, is kind of what I'm thinking here. How do we castle settings? Change music. Where is Conquest from? Oh, maybe we can't get it yet. I was just thinking, like, where's Conquest from Fire Emblem Awakening? I love that theme. What would you want for music here? Road Taken's pretty good. We could just go with Road Taken for now, I mean. Road Taken is pretty good. Change Assistant, yeah, want to go with a freaking generic NPC or, like, one of your main characters. Rod Shops also sell seals, so they're very important. I know they sell seals later. I'm fairly certain that you need to, like, you know, progress in the story more. Apparently, it's by default Fort Harmonia. What would we call our castle here? What would we call it? I don't know. Okay, but they start off with ones? Isn't it like a limited amount? Like, you can only buy, we'll find out soon enough anyway. What would we want to call it anyway? Good question. For now, we can just call it, no, not, For now, we can just call it freaking... Okay, so yeah, some limited amount starting off, though. I think in one of my casual files, like, from way before I was a content creator, I called it... Would it be with a T? Fort Get Good? Is that what we want to call it for now? I'll probably change it down the line. I think this is what I called it in, like, some casual playthrough of mine way before I was a content creator. Sure, it's Fort Get Good for now. We can change it whenever we want. Apparently, it just says Get Good on the bottom screen. We should change it to something, silly later. I know that there's, like, 3 styles for each of the different routes. And then you get, like, all 6 total for the 3rd route. What's this? What's this style? I'm not one too sure about this. Let's see here. Castle settings, change style, is Zoomite style? What's this? Oh, I kind of like this. Oh, this is pretty alrighty. Oh, I thought I was stuck. I went on the upper bit there. Yeah, I can get down with this. I don't think we're gonna, oh, I remember. There's a freaking massive rock in the center. That's like a reason that I didn't like using it in the past. But yeah, you discover that completing a route unlocks styles for the routes that don't have them normally. Oh, that's interesting. We're never, until I transfer the save data over to my actual 3DS, we're not gonna have other players at our square here. Do you want to have the one with the big rock in the center? Oh, if only that big rock wasn't in the center. Also, the brightness is pretty low here. Hold on, let's see here. So can we, yeah, let's move some stuff around. We'll move things around. I don't want to demolish the records hall. We can have private quarters over here for now. I think I'd normally have the Travelers Plaza like over here or something like that, but we're not going to have any travelers anyway, so it probably doesn't matter that much. What do we want to do here anyway, is the question. Maybe have our armory in line with the... Oh, we can have it on either sides of the path, and then we can have like the rod shop over here or something. That sounds cool. I actually kind of like that idea now. I kind of like that idea. We can have our kind of farm thingamabobs over DSOA. Like this, where we grab our materials and such. Sure. Yeah, I think over here I'd normally do something like this, and then like records hall over there as well, I think. Hello, Hawks. How are you doing today? Oh, hellos. Yeah, something like that might not be half bad. And then what's it? Oh, that's Lilith's temple. We can move that like over here as well. Something like that. Something nice and organized like that is kind of what I'm thinking here. So if we could go do the next battle, but, you know, Sakura can't really do a whole lot of healing right now. We can't really get a whole bunch of heal stabs and stuff. So if we do one more battle of, like, any other battle for a Dragon Vein point, then we should be able to, you know, build the rod shop and then actually, you know, freaking buy some rods and stuff. We talked last time about how there's, like, the whole weird thing with the reserve slots and yada yada. We could just do the grinding one for level just once. Ghostly gold is the one that gives you gold. Maybe we should do that one? I don't even know. Yeah, let's get stocked up for a while. I don't remember the stories of these freaking DLC things. I don't think they're like super important. But yeah, as a reference, my freaking Rated R starts Friday freaking Steam name right now. How is the Rated R movie doing? We're doing alright. Yeah, I managed to get my freaking coding working for this game for auto grinding Azura, so we have that now. I think that we're gonna do a DLC map so that we can unlock the rod shop. I should have just built the rod shop in the first place. That's my mistake. The grind DLC in this game is much harder than the awakening ones, except for the item farming one. Yeah, that definitely sounds familiar. I don't remember what the plot of these is all, because, you know, I'd always skip them and stuff. Do we want to see the plot? Isn't this the one that has like the dudes that I won't be able to take seriously if I read out their lines and stuff? Freaking, well, hey bro, I'm B. We can't keep doing this. We're not strong enough. I love how they have like hearts tattooed on their arms.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, we gotta find some other sap to pawn this off on. Somebody ripped, absolutely destroyed. Hey, do you see what I see? Do you see what I see? My fingernails need trimming. No, you big dummy, over there. Gang of brawny folk just rolled up. Look at them. Say, do you think they know someone who can help us? I think they are gonna help us. Hey you, leader of the burly people. I'm sorry, are you talking to me? Yeah, you. What's wrong? You got gunk in your ears? No. How may I help you? We look after these here ruins, and someone's been raiding our temple. This place is sacred to you. Yep, may not look like much now. All that's left are stones. Well, stones and buried treasure. Looters sneak in and tear up the place with their axes and shovels. It's terrible. I bet they're destroying all the artifacts. Excuse me for saying this, but why don't you stand guard and catch them? Us, not a chance. Lord's got a derelict consternation? I don't even know what that means. I think you mean a delicate constitution. That's what I said. Nightmares for a month. I see. Well, I won't let a sacred place be defiled like that. My friends and I will help. Oh, thanks, you're the best.
Right.
We'll set up a watch. Good. Oh, and they always come real late at night. You'll want to stay up till dawn.
What?
What? At night? Yep. Well, off to bed. Lloyd and I better get in our jammies. We'll sleep good tonight. And you have to take out all the freaking monsters that have gold and stuff. Morning at last. I thought the sun would never come up. I know we promised to keep watch, but I'm not sure how much help we were. I didn't hear so much as a peep. How about you, Felicia? See anyone suspicious?
Hey.
Felicia? Felicia, wake up! Oh, I mean, Lord Harmonia. Can I help you?
Listen.
You didn't see anything out of the ordinary last night, did you?
No.
No, I didn't see anything.
Oh.
Well, I believe that, since you were asleep. I was not. Felicia, you're a terrible liar. At least wipe the drool off your face first. But the truth is, I didn't see anything either.
Huh?
Wait, did you hear that?
What should we do?
Someone's here. What should we do? Sounds like digging. I'm a dwarf and do you think that they're after the treasure? I don't know. How'd they get inside?
Not paying attention.
They couldn't have slipped past us. We would have seen them.
Well.
Some of us would have. Those of us who are awake. I told you, I didn't sleep a wink. I would have seen someone sneaking past me. And if you say so.
Let's go.
Well, let's have a look. Come on.
I can help.
Okay, I'm coming. And now we fight enemies that give us gold and stuff, and we're not gonna have a whole bunch of units. Man, it looks so weird with this texture filter. There they are. But those aren't looters, they're ghosts. And no wonder we didn't see them. They came up through the spring.
What?
Can't believe ghosts would raid this temple and destroy the ruins.
We've got this.
Come on, it's time for us to clean house.
Here goes.
All right, let me at them. It's a good thing I got all that shut-eye last night. I'm ready to go.
What was that?
I knew it. You were asleep. Well, we better hurry. The ghosts are stealing all of the treasure. We've got to get that gold back before the ghosts disappear. Yeah, we're only gonna have like our 6 Birthright starring units, so maybe we'll all just like advance from like the left here. These guys are literally JoJo characters. It just seems like that, huh? Hello, hello, Lancer. Are you just gonna make a freaking McDonald's freaking reference every time you come in? Is that meant to be like a reference to freaking Claude working at McDonald's and 3 houses and such? Is that what that's meant to be? In Birthright, this is gonna be a freaking sacred relic, so we're just gonna put that away, and our only heal thing is gonna be this. I think they just run past us if we don't. I think most of them run past us if we don't engage them anyway. I mean, I think that our freaking most decked out unit right now is freaking Azura. So I mean, Azura. Yeah, let's just go ahead and save real quick. Watch me lose this battle, survive for 8 turns. Watch me lose somehow. Like, let's see here. Yeah, I mean, hold on. Yeah, this is Azura's current state. It's a reference to a McDonald's song called McDonald's and You. Okay, but why then? Question marks? Is the next logical question. Okay, but why? Okay, but why though? Some of my comrades dozed off last night, but not I. Find it difficult to sleep without my favorite pillow. You gotta love Kaze. He's so good, man. I don't want to level up too much before the next story chapter because I want to see like how many story chapters I can get through without grinding. I'm just doing this because I need the freaking rod shop if I want to be able to heal during the next chapter, you know? Because while we were leveling up Azura, I basically used all the Bloom Festal that I could because, you know, leveling up healers is hard. Same reason I named your Vaporeon Flareon, which is I feel like it. My goodness. Yeah, Kaze's so good, isn't he? Yeah, so we can go ahead and take out you real quick. That's what we can do. I'm so tired. I can hardly see straight. Who are you? Felicia. You're not Felicia, you're a ghost. I won't let you escape. Man, it's almost as if you got flashbanged like earlier in the playthrough.
It's over.
Love Kaze especially when he hates the fact that he's hot. He's like Squilliam Fancy Son from SpongeBob, except, you know, not hating that he's hot. Except like the opposite in terms of personality. I just imagine freaking people look at Kaze like people look at like Squidward looks at Squilliam Fancy Son and SpongeBob like, oh no, he's hot. Hold on. Yeah, we'll skedaddle this way is what we'll do. I don't think we'll engage that guy for now. Most likely. Yeah, let's just chill here for now and such. I don't know if he'll attack. Oh, maybe we could have started on that side. Oh. Oh, well. I don't want Lord Harmonia to know, but I had an amazing dream last night. I was flying. I can't wait to finish up here so I can get back to sleep.
Looks like we have no choice.
Well, he's mean. Oh, he missed! Isn't that cool? Stabby stab? Ow, didn't miss that one. He doesn't have Poison Strike, does he? Okay, he doesn't have Poison Strike. Part of me thought that he would, like the freaking archers in 3 houses and such. I might adjust the webcam a little bit here. A little bit over as you've adjusted forward. Hi. Something very interesting. It is, you know, we're 2 weeks into April here, and today it snowed like crazy. Like, it is complete, like, middle of winter outside now again. And I mean, Jessie here loves snow, so, you know, she certainly wasn't complaining about the matter, to say the least. But yeah, it's basically winter here again. So there's that. Felicia's dialogue reminds you of that one time your mom said, wake up, it's time to go to sleep. What? That's a thing that happened with your mom? Very incredible, sounds like. Yeah, some people had a hard time staying up last night. I showed them. A couple of firm slaps woke them right up. Come here, I'll demonstrate. I do like how every character in each of these, like, DLC grinding things does have, like, their own dialogue for, you know, the kind of situation and stuff. Okay, cool. Well, get some gold off of that. And such. I mean... yeah, sure, we can go ahead and do this, I suppose, is what we can do. I love that animation. I shouldn't fast forward through it. It's so good. I love how overtop Fate's animations are. Like, they're so clean and good, you know?
Leave it to me.
I'll absolutely take it. I will gladly take that. Thank you, quite frankly. Should we use our last use of Bloom Festival here? Well, we could save it for later on if it's, like, a desperate situation, I guess. Well... yeah, let's go ahead and do this, I suppose. Take on Mr. Man. Mr. Man Dudo. Like that.
Fare thee well.
Fare thee well. I know that there's dudes that'll, like, spawn in the center later, but... you know, do I... how many of them do I want to go after is gonna be the question. You know? Alright. Start taking out the edifice here. Like, I spent so much time in these freaking maps that I still recall how they're gonna work and such. It's not like I'm going into it completely blind or anything. But what would Azura be able to do to it? Okay, yeah, sure, do that. And then boop. Agree with Fate's animations being very good, especially after Awakening's animations were fairly droll. Yeah, I feel like it kind of took what Awakening started, going down like the line of like. It started taking the conventions that it started with animation and just everything general-wise, and it freaking put it into overdrive, you know? Which I think is really cool. But yeah, DLC stories are unironically better than the base game, especially the Era of Fates DLC. Is that the one that's like the 6th mission in a row freaking story that it tells? Oh yeah, we can heal off of like, slightly heal off of being close to Azura. Yeah, I don't remember a whole lot about it, but I recall being intrigued by it and such. I don't think that they're gonna come after me if I go on this tile. I think they just like skedaddle if you don't fight them, I'm fairly certain. Yeah, let's just get close here. It just ends after 8 turns, is the thing about this map. So, I mean, skip that. Oh, one did come over here. Okay, well, I guess we'll take you out then. You don't have any gold. That's unfortunate, isn't it? That's rather unfortunito. Sure, how about Felicia gets this kill, is what we can do. Go ahead and do that. Smackaroo, cool.
I did it!
Coolio Julio. Neat. Well. Neat. Eh. I really wish that the stats would have gone up that, you know, have much less odds of going up and such, but what you gonna do? Yeah, we're just gonna, like, chill here. And such is what we do. Do no more spawn, like, this early on? I guess not. I guess no more spawn, like, this early on. Oh, dang it. Oh, dang it, I won't be able to use that one last heal. Whatever, I guess. Yeah. Well, there's that. There's the Dragon Vein point that I wanted from this battle, so that we can get the Rod Shop. We got a measly 1k gold. My, oh my. Whew, now that's all taken care of. I can finally head to bed. But first, I gotta do something with all this gold. The freaking minimum amount that we could get from this map that wasn't 0, but that's fine. I came here for the Dragon Vein point. Oh, those ghosts were greedy. Well, I'm sure they won't miss a few small coins.
What?
Felicia, put that back. We're returning every last piece to the people guarding the ruins.
Listen.
It was worth a try. Hey, tough guys. Thanks for scaring off those looters. Oh, thanks. We owe you one. No problem. I'm just glad we were able to get rid of those ghosts for you. Huh? Where'd all these round, shiny things come from? They look kind of like gold coins. And the ghosts were stealing the treasure beneath the ruins. Now, it belongs to you. Say, I got an idea. How about you take this gold as a reward? You guys stayed up all night protecting the ruins. They ought to give you something.
Yes.
Okay, that sounds great. I think what Felicia is trying to say is, we couldn't possibly accept this gold. No, it's right. We'll be sleeping like babies. This gold's our way of saying thanks. Yeah, go ahead. It's all yours.
Thank you.
Wow, that's very generous of you. I feel bad. But I promise it will go to a worthy cause. We'll use it to build a better future. Just promise us, if those ghosts come back, you'll help us again. We could always use someone to help us keep watch. I think we're done with all-nighters for a while. Look at the time, we gotta run.
Hey, bro.
I think we should have told him the treasure's cursed. Last time you touched that gold, you had bad breath for a week.
Not a chance.
Nah, they'll figure it out. Oh, plots of grinding missions in Fire Emblem games. My goodness. More spawn the farther you get into the game. Okay, that sounds about right. Speed went up, and speed is the best stat, so it's still a decent level up. There's that. I just mean, like, speed, skill, and luck, or I think those are the three that went up there, are things where Felicia is gonna have, like, already decent growth rates in. So the things that I'm gonna be, like, rooting for her to level up in is the things that she sucks at having growth rates in, like defense and stuff like that. Like, if I see something like defense go up, or, like, strength, I'll be like, yes, absolutely. Also, Ender Girl coming out of nowhere, raiding with a party of 4. Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. I most certainly was not expecting the Spanish Inquisition. I appreciate the raid. I hope you had a good stream. Welcome to the freaking shenanigans of Fire Emblem. Oh yeah, it's so much brighter now. I guess because like time passed and stuff. My goodness. How'd the stream go? Mind if I ask what was on the stream agenda for tonight? And welcome everybody from Ender Girl's stream. Hope you all had an awesome time over there. And now your night is gonna be freaking ruined if you're here, because I'm gonna freaking make a mockery of playing this here video game. Just you wait, it's gonna happen. Freaking, I will take those beans, thank you. My goodness, surprised that the bandit twins in this game aren't even bad guys. Yeah, with the way that, you know, their equivalent was in Fire Emblem Awakening and such.
My heart is singing.
What do you have here? Gain a surge of strength and res. Are we gonna feed beans to the freaking fish dragon again? I think we are. I think we're feeding beans to the fish dragon once again. 4-hour Titanfall 2 stream went pretty well. Servers crashed for a little. That's unfortunate to hear. I've never actually played a Titanfall game before. I know of them. But that's it. Look at that. I'm fairly certain these level ups are fairly scripted though, so like who cares? But you know, still hype. I can still be hyped about it and stuff, you know? But yeah, it's one of those game series where it's like, I could maybe see myself, you know, looking into picking something like that up one day, because it does seem intriguing and such. Look at this. We can build the rod shop. Look at that. Look at that. We can have like a path of shops over here. So now we can get rods so that we can heal during the next battle and such. So Sakura isn't good enough to use a sun festal yet. You will be soon though. You will be very soon. What other stuff does it start with? A whole bunch of tonics and such, which are infinite, looks like. And then 2 master seals, 1 heart seal, 1 partner seal, 1 friendship seal. Okay, cool. I'll pick those up sometime down the line. I don't need them right now or anytime soon. So yeah, you can get 2 bloom festals, and you'll be good enough to use it very soon. So a sun festal. And then, yeah. Let's do this here as well. Cool. Nobody else can heal or anything. I don't think I want to stock up on weapons or vulneraries or concoctions or whatever right now. I just want to have the ability to heal my allies in the next chapter is all I wanted. Not just in Awakening, but in previous games as a whole, because the archetype is always an annoying group of bad guys to encounter. Yeah, one of these days I'll branch out to playing more Fire Emblem games than just the 3DS, Switch, and Game Boy Advanced ones that I have. Like, most of my experiences in 3DS games, I know, like, I'm familiar with like most of the Game Boy Advanced shenanigans, not all, but like most of the shenanigans happening there. And then of course 3 houses, and that's basically my Fire Emblem experience. So one of these days we'll get into some other stuff. Like, I'm sure one day on this freaking channel we'll probably cover the Tellius games, I believe it was mentioned. They were called Ike's Story and such. I think that the classic games I'm looking most forward to are probably Fire Emblem 7 and 6. I might do Project Ember for Fire Emblem 6, as I've mentioned before, because, you know, I heard that apparently the original FE6 is a, well, it's certainly something. Play Thracia 776, you could fall into the trap in America. I don't even know what that's a freaking reference to, but I have heard that Thracia is supposed to be like the hardest game in the series, right? Or something like that. I mean, I am always pushing crazy difficulty. If we didn't have the Doggy Cam on, we'd have like the Lunatic Classic and sprites there. I mean, it's not like Birthright Lunatic Classic is all that hard anyway. Conquest Lunatic Classic definitely is. Birthright, I don't think is that bad off of, like, my memory, but we can see and such. Maybe we'll shift these up later. I don't know. We shall certainly see. I think that we're gonna have to advance to the next chapter and such.